Another glorious smoky day. There's that orange sun up in the haze. Let's roll that intro. What is going on, YouTube, and how's it going today? I'm just out doing a little random ride. I'm gonna go check out this house down here. That house that was hit by the motorhome, of course, comes screaming down this hill. They pulled the motorhome out of the house, and I don't know what they've done with the place. I haven't actually gone back and looked since the destruction has happened. Look at that bamboo. You can see how steep this hill is. It just goes away. But there's that yellow barrier. That motorhome comes screaming down this thing. And we can't see any skid marks. Well, I can't see any skid marks anyways. We got a blue fence up around the place now. But the motorhome had to go launching off of here. I'm surprised it didn't hit any of these wires, but there's like no marks or anything. Wow, look at the destruction. Look at this place, my goodness. Let's put my bike in gear. Oh my goodness, look at that destruction. This is what I don't understand, is like there's no tire marks in the grass or anything there. No skid marks, no anything. I'm surprised that those wires weren't taken out, because that thing had to have gotten airborne. It had to have flown through the air before it made this destruction. Now, this poor old guy has no insurance, no in-house insurance whatsoever that owns this house. You know, and you could see by the destruction, he looked like he was probably a bit of a hoarder. So I'm sure this house has probably got a lot of stuff inside of it. They've had to tear down part of this house, but my goodness. Man, that's just so sad. But yeah, look at the side of the whole house had to be ripped off. My goodness. Man, luckily nobody was hurt or killed. You know, I kept saying in the comments that when that motorhome came screaming across there, good thing nobody was driving by, nobody on a motorcycle, no kids were playing, especially kids, man. If kids were playing when that happened, it just happened to be in that area, oh man, this could have been more devastating than what it was. Took them a couple cranes to get this thing out in a tow truck, but, you know, I can't say enough of how just luckily nobody was injured or killed in this incident, man. Like, and it's just so sad. Like, judging by what I can see in that little hole there, it looks like Buddy was a bit of a hoarder. He was an old guy, has zero house insurance. This place most likely will have to be torn down. There's still a bit of the motorhome sitting right there. But yeah. Really sad, really sad it is, man. But you know, the one saving grace is, thank God, nobody was driving by, riding by, no kids were playing. It's just, you know, it's really sad. But yeah, that's brutal, man. That is totally brutal. Anyways, let's go on. I got shit to do. I wanted to just do a little update on that video that I had done earlier. But anyways, on a lighter note, how's it going, everybody? I'm just doing a little random ride. You can see how smoky it is here, man. I'm getting all that smoke coming up from Washington and Oregon and California. It keeps blowing this stuff up here. Highway 17, Tar Snake Road. Yeah, I pity that poor guy, man, and his house getting destroyed. I love riding this road. The lower road. It's only a twisty section I have around my house. Gotta go to the post office, gotta go get some beers. I got a long weekend ahead of me. So it's all good. Going for a ride with some boys out to work. That video will be coming out soon. That ride's a bit of work. That video's going to be a bit of work. It's a lot of footage to cut through and edit, so I'm going to drop this video before I do that video. And more garbage on the side of the road as usual. But yeah, so I went with a ride with a bunch of boys from work. 7 of us actually. We got a lot of riders at my work. And we decided to go out to Squamish, BC. Of course, they're all on cross rockets and I'm the only cruiser, so those guys want to drag me through the corner while I'm looking for the girl who's popping out her boobies in the corner, you know what I'm saying? But one thing I discovered though, riding with those guys, having no front fender on this bike, ooh, and also having that rear shock that needs to still be replaced by Harley, it made this bike a little twitchy in the corners, man. She did a lot of shimmying that I was not comfortable with, and I know it has to do with the fact that I've got no fork brace, no fender or anything like that. So that's at speed. At lower speeds I don't notice it, but I would definitely notice it at speed. Doing 120, you know, like about 60 miles an hour through corners and stuff like that, I'd feel a lot of shimmying in the front end and the back end, and yeah, it just wasn't a fun experience. You know, and those guys are all wanting to go really quick, because that's what those bikes are designed for, especially that road. The road's pretty popular with a lot of motorcyclists, but it's also pretty popular with a lot of police giving out tickets to people too that want to speed up and down that road. Just taking the long way, like taking this more scenic route to go to where I'm going. Really nice little quiet neighborhoods, less wind noise in my helmet. Yeah, it's been a bit since I've dropped a video. Working graveyard, it's just not easy to. I had to put a permit on this bike again because, well, my other bike, my 250, blew another headlight bulb. Those 250s, man, I don't know, it's an inherent problem with that bike. I'm not the only person who's had problems with those headlights going on those bikes. It's just a poor design. Guess we're taking the long way. Well, that's kind of a cool front of the house. A lot of windows to keep clean though. This area is called Birdland. All the roads are named after birds. A lot of nice houses. Well, the older houses and stuff, right? But yeah, so this weekend I get to pull the front end of my 250 apart, change the light bulb. Man, that's just, wish there was an easier way to do it, but there's just not, unfortunately. Oh, I can't get through that way now. Jesus Christ. What goes on? Tearing everything up around here. So yeah, I gotta pull all the fairings off the side of my 250 just so that I can pull the whole housing off the front of the bike, which is mounted by grommets. And it's a real pain in the ass to put back together too. It's kind of a two-person job, so luckily I got my kid coming over. She's gonna help me do that. So yeah, that's a fun thing. My low beam blew before I went to work, so I had to put my bike on high beam. Of course, it was flickering. And I thought to myself the next day, as it was flickering as I was going to and from work, that, you know what, I should probably go put a permit on this bike. And sure enough, as soon as I fired the Suzuki up to go grab a permit for this bike, the high beam blew. Luckily enough for me, it was still light out, it wasn't dark out, so if I'd waited any longer I would have been in a real bad situation. But it just kind of sucks that you got to do this stuff for these 250s. They just don't, those headlights and those Suzukis just do not last long. And I go into the post office box here and I'll go see what I can, see if I got some mail sent to me. So I'm gonna go see if it's here yet or not. We now sell single face masks.
You got it packed in.
Do I?
Yeah.
All right. Mrs. Peaches, thank you again. I know it's in here. She's already told me what it is. She sent me a gremlin bell from our Harley, and I ended up losing it. I don't know how the hell it got torn off. I guess going over these stupid speed bumps because of where I had it mounted. Now you don't want your gloves in there. So I got a new gremlin bell for the Harley, thanks to Mrs. Peaches. So you just can't go out and buy gremlin bells. They have to be gifted to you. So she had gifted me. She said she got 2 of them this time for me. Last time I had it mounted down by the kickstand where you're supposed to have it mounted, they say. But because of the low clearance of this bike, when I went over that speed bump there, I'd grind out on it. And I think that's how I lost my gremlin bell, was grinding over that thing. So needless to say. Alright. Kind of want something to eat, but I don't know. I'm going to go. I'm searching for an elusive beer, so I'm going to go see if I can get that. And let's see if we can get over this thing without grinding over it. Good. Now I would normally go to that beer store to get my beer, but I'm looking for a specific beer, being that October is just around the corner. Oktoberfest beer from Germany has arrived at the warehouse and has been shipped out to the stores. I asked my local government store, who is a part of our warehouse, to order some, so I'm going to go look and see if they got any yet. If not, I guess I'm going to be going for a bit of a ride to find some. I could cut through traffic really fast on this bike if I wanted to, but I don't really want to. I'm in no rush. Just going to enjoy the ride, man. You can see our skies, man, they're still pretty damn smoky. Not as bad as it was. We had like the second worst air quality here in Vancouver, where Oregon was number 1. It was even worse here than it was in Seattle, which is kind of odd because, remind you, the stuff was coming up the coast along the ocean and then blowing inland towards us. We were riding back from Squamish. That was nice, beautiful blue skies and everything. That's another video will be coming along too. We go through West Vancouver and you can smell it. It's like blue sky, then all of a sudden, bam, you just hit a wall of smoke, and that was all you could smell was smoke. Alright, I'm going to the GLS here. Government Liquor Store, as it's called. That's how we call it at work. Work at this store. Oh, see, there, I just bottomed out on that. See, that's how you lose. That's how you lose your gremlin bells. Just bottoming out on that. All right, let's go see if they've got the beer I'm looking for. That looks like a guy from work, but it's not. There they are. Yeah, might as well buy another mug. Get another mug. Check that out. That's a 1 liter can and a mug. Let's get my usual Bavaria. Ugh. I gotta go this way, stand in line. I keep forgetting. Whew. Do I've got the COVID? See, supposedly there was somebody in our warehouse that got the COVID, but nobody knows who it is yet. Alright, let's go make one more stop. I think I'm gonna go get me some chicken wings or something. This is such a random video. It's gonna be a long one to edit, but that's alright. It gives me something to do. Starting to sweat, getting a little warm. Kind of warm today. I think I overdressed. I'm so used to dressing for graveyard shift in the morning that I forget what it's like in the afternoon to be dressed. I'm usually always sleeping at this time or just getting up and having my coffee. Go. Oh, you could have gone, you dumb fuck. Oh, now you're just gonna sit here. Glad your engine's fucking liquid cooled, because mine sure the hell isn't. And it's getting warm under my ass. Get the fuck out of the way. Jesus Christ. Holy fuck. Oh, there's a corner coming up. Better spike the brakes. I'm not even doing the goddamn speed limit. Some people, man, the driving skills just impress me. Not. Connect tire. Scare the shit out of this guy. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna get a pre-cooked chicken. Saves me a whole lot of time cooking. Stand in your little square as we go through a second wave of pandemic. Stand in my little circle. My circle of tyrants. Yay, move up to the next circle of tyrants.
Please scan your more rewards card.
Beep. Thank you. Alright, let's go get some feed. She's a little warm. I'm surprised at how warm it is. I'm not used to this. Living that vampire life, it's always so much cooler, like 20 degrees cooler than what it is right now. So, man, I gotta say, I want to thank all the new subs. And I've had so many people who have contacted me from watching my videos and buying the same bike, or they've just recently purchased this bike and then they start watching my videos, or one or the other. But to everybody that has recently bought an Iron 1200 and you've watched my videos and stuff, thank you and enjoy it. So it's a fun little bike to ride, that's for sure. You know, definitely a lot of fun to mod. Squirrel! Stupid squirrels. I guess that's what happens when you have a mind like a peanut, and all you can think about is peanuts. You're nuts. So I hope you enjoyed this random ride of going to many random places. I haven't done a random video like this in a while yet. Actually quite some time now. It was good to do something different. Had a few people ask me, oh, you should do another random video. It's been a while, so, you know, that's what I've done today. This lazy garbage man that does everything by the machine, man. I used to have to hump that crap by hand. You guys got it made. Anyways, follow me on Instagram if you haven't already. Mash all over that like button if you like this. Stage that one, the subscribe button, and we will slay her another time. Cue the music.